Listen, there was one point in my life that the game Jayceon Taylor was my favorite rapper, hands down. I would have squabbled for the game. You understand me? Bro, growing up is learning that there is something wrong with that boy. The older I get, the more I look back at certain things, be like, yeah, I wouldn't have handled like that. And then see something like, yeah, you did. That was kind of weird. But today we got the game lying on Kendrick Lamar. Let's go.
Two chicks.
Shout out to Chicks.
Get ready.
Get Dookie, you did.
My
brother.
Smooth. Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing.
Come
I've been
on,
watching
bro.
your shit
Come
for a
on.
while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys.
Come on,
Red
man.
rose, white ceilings. Looks like the game just got.
This is why I love Chigs. This is why Chigs keeps me aware of what's going on. This is a channel I like to go to. He said, oh boy, red rose, white ceiling.
Caught in another lie. Now, if you guys don't know, there's 4 people that when it comes to stories, people just don't believe them. These guys.
Fat Joe's one of them. The Game is another one. The Game is a prolific, you don't believe nothing he said. If the Game says it's blue, the sky is blue, you have to go outside and check. Whack 100 is another one.
Guys tend to fabricate stories, so much so that everybody thinks they're lying anytime they get on the podcast and talk about something. The Mount Rushmore of liars right now is the Game, LeBron
Wait,
James.
Kevin Gates. Is it because he said he started his car with his bare hands? I don't know him to be a prolific liar. I will say these two right here, whoo, Fat Joe and Gabe put up LeBron numbers. I ain't gonna lie, like this was basketball.
Fat Joe, and Kevin Gates. If you know, you know. Anytime these guys tell a story, it's always the most craziest, unimaginable situations that you've ever heard.
I meet some of the strangest, most interesting people that just be attracted to me. Like I met a fucking monk one time that said he never talked, but he had to talk to me.
See, I never heard that one. Chicks doing his journalism.
Real talk.
He talked to you?
Yes.
Was he allowed?
I don't know. He taught me about chi, like energy. I like your chi, the energy that's in your body. Like
is he still a monk?
I don't know, but I know he had on that shit, and he said he had broke his vow of silence to talk to me.
My God.
He said something about my aura.
Yeah.
I meet some of the most interesting people everywhere I go. People just talk to me, and I don't even
This should have been on my comedy channel. This is jokes.
look approachable.
Do you not? What do you look like?
Oh, I gotta say this every video. Because I don't say it enough. Now, shout out to everybody who's watching this, but statistically, the statistics shows that most people who are watching this are not subscribed to this channel. Not because maybe y'all don't want to. Maybe y'all don't rock with me. Maybe y'all check in every day with my channel. I do that too. So just make sure you take the time out, hit that subscribe button real quick. That helps this channel immensely. Hit that. I'm trying to get to 2 million subscribers. 1 isn't enough. We ain't gonna get satisfied with 1. Hit that subscribe button. We uploading every day. And after you subscribe, put in the comment section, I've subscribed. You did. I love y'all.
Tell me.
I still remember Kevin Gates once told us that he jump-started a car with his bare hands.
Classic.
The lady car was broke down, and I told her, listen, I could start your battery for you. She said, we need jumper cables. I say, no, you don't. I put my hands on the battery. I got this little thing that I do. I told her, give me the keys. I jumped in there and cranked the car. She said, you my angel. I say, speak nothing of this.
Now, don't get it twisted.
He said, speak nothing of this. Imagine if that was true and somebody is a human jumper cable and they start your car and you're like, thank you, you're my angel, and turn around and say, speak nothing of this. I would be like, all right, Electrode, let me go away before this boy shot me down, hit me with a raiding move.
You guys, the Game is also a generational liar. The man once photoshopped himself into a picture with Tupac, trying to tell people that they've met before. Now, a couple days ago, the Game did an interview with Big Boy's Neighborhood, and once again, people are claiming that the Game is telling a very, very delusional story. Big Boy asked him about his relationship with Kendrick. A lot of people felt like the Game was moving funny last year, while Kendrick was in a rap battle with Drake.
Another thing I also had to realize is the Game has this ability of joining groups, sides, whatever. coalitions of people and then always ending up to being the odd man out, and where everybody is either insinuating they don't mess with him or openly saying they don't mess with him. And this goes from Interscope, or was he Aftermath, whatever the label, to G Unit, to the entirety of the West Coast. Like, it always feels like when people talk about it, even if they respect the game or love the game, they always talk about like he the odd man out, right? And growing up, I always was just like, man, people be hating on the game. Hip hop broke my heart, man. It's not, it's gay. And then as the stories come out, as time goes on, I start going, yeah, some of that was definitely your fault, gang. I ain't gonna lie. That Black Slim Shady moment, I go, yeah, no. I can get it. I can see it now. I used to think 50 Cent was the villain. And then things, as time went on, I went, you know what? I could kind of actually see what he was saying.
People saw the game was really not supporting his West Coast brother Kendrick. And
same way that he wasn't supporting 50 Cent during the beef. That's why after I started growing up, I started going, no, I kind of see this guy kind of likes to do that. Like, he kind of has a history of doing that.
As a matter of fact, he was actually showing a lot more love to Drake. So when,
just like he was showing love to Fat Joe Jadakiss while 50 Cent was beefing. This is what he does. That's why I said it's just like, and growing up I was like, man, what's but then I started looking at it different, and as a grown man I'm being like, nah, that's just not some man shit to do. It's just not.
And Game was asked about Kendrick in the interview. Here's what he said.
First time I met Kendrick was a long time ago. I don't even know if he'll remember. He was going to the Yet Center in Compton, and as part of a probationary program, I had to go be a big brother at this Yet Center, and me and my homie Tato,
getting hours signed. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't Kendrick's big brother, but he used to come in there and, like, you know, he was real young, man, and he was just always charismatic, always good with the words, man, and just a, you know, funny little guy. I don't even know if he remembers that. And so when I had, you know, and we grew up like,
what if he just broke it to, yeah, and we grew up in a red rose, white silk. I'm waiting for it. Look at what he wearing. Hold on, ISO cam. Look at what he wearing. Red text, white t-shirt. I see what you doing. I see what you doing.
Across the street and around the corner from each other. But you know, I gang bang hard, and Dot, you know, he non-affiliated, but he Compton. And he ain't no punk either.
Right.
So and everybody from the hood that don't bang still is from the hood.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, he got that, but I always knew. So in the beginning, I would be going, in the beginning of my career, I'd be going by Top Dog's house and just, you know, helping him with J-Rock stuff and lending my, you know, 2 cents, since I was a little bit, you know, ahead of the curve than from where they were. And I was always asking Top, I was like, yo, let me get Dot. He was like, no. And so he knew what he was. I knew what he was. J-Rock.
And you see, like, if you don't know nothing, this sounds mad believable. And then I even forget, the game just did that feature scam thing that everybody be doing, man. Like, and when you, like what I'm saying, when you have no context or nobody to fight these claims, that's how a lot of people get it. So it sounds like, okay, this could be believable. You know, nobody from the other side is saying anything different, from TDE saying no different. So.
When I took J-Rock on tour, Dot was hype man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I asked Top again at my house in Glendale. I was like, let me get Dot. He was like, nah. But he was like, yo, what if we piece up TDE? And I was like, man, I got Black Wall Street. I'm good. Like, I want you to do.
So when you
thing.
say let me get Dot, are you talking about let me get him as an artist or as a feature?
Let me get him as an artist, because I already knew. I knew what he was gonna be. And
I'm gonna keep it gangsta. That would have been a bad move. Shout out to Tech Nine. People don't realize that, first of all, that's my guru. That's my sensei. Y'all should know that already. Go check out our songs we got together. When Tech Nine is a big part of Kendrick getting signed too. People don't know that story. If you know, you know. Shout out to Nine and stuff. I've pretty much known the story, especially with how close I am with Tech and shit. I've pretty much known the story. This is a new wrinkle I ain't never heard. You know what I mean? I pretty much know the story of how Doc got signed and that whole little Tech Nine tour when he was hype man for J-Rock and stuff like that. But I don't remember this little wrinkle. I don't remember this. And I'm just saying, if Kendrick would have done that, we might not have ever seen this the way it is. Because, you know, not even to try to make fun of the game, but like the game couldn't help his own career to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and signing to a rapper is one of the worst things you can do, I believe. It works maybe 1 out of 10 times, but like, yeah, I don't think the game, especially like the game has like money problems now and legal problems. That would have been, thank God he did not.
Nobody did
And I
not
bet the game even probably was like, good thing because Top took it to a level I probably couldn't have.
understand it yet, except everybody that was around Top and TDE,
Right.
they knew.
And then also you got to think the amount of bridges the game has burnt in the industry, Kendrick would have inherited that. So I'm glad he didn't do that.
And I knew. And at first, everybody was saying how he rapped too fast, and it was going around the hood and all of that, right? And I was just like, y'all tripping. This is him. So when they was doing the when he dropped Section 80 and they was doing the thing downtown, Top hit me. I was in the bed, man, for some reason, watching like Breaking Bad or something. I was comfortable, you know, womanizing. I can't even remember her name, but she could be left for the movement. So Top hit me. He was like, "Can you come up here? We, Dog is up here, Dre is up here, Corrupt up here. Can you come down here?" So I got in my car. I drove down there, and yeah, man, that's when the torch was passed.
Amen.
Now, a lot of people said, hey, Game.
And that torch passing thing was true. That was when Kendrick was crying and all the West Coast people was holding him. So let's see, what people who are actually close to Kendrick said.
Knock it off, dog. You're lying. This never happened. And one of those people is Kendrick Lamar's security guard, 2T's.
If you don't remember 2T's, got two T's with me. We snatching chains and burning tattoos. So I'm going to believe 2T's. Even if, here's the reason why I'm going to believe what 2T's saying. Kendrick is too calculated to allow 2T's to jump out and say something that he don't co-sign. That's not how that works. That's just not how that worked with Kendrick and TDE. If you didn't know, you know now. Ain't nobody jumping out and speaking on the behalf of Kendrick or saying things that he doesn't know is gonna do it or isn't co-signing. So I'm tending to believe 2T's if Kendrick is saying him by name, and that's essentially a nigga that when it get dark, they snatching chains and arsoning down. So it's like I tend to believe this, but let's go.
He commented and called out the game saying, yo, blood faking. He never wanted to sign Kendrick. Now, first of all, off rip, 2T's never comments on anything on social media.
That's
the man
thing.
is like a ghost. He never speaks out. So when he's commenting and trying to debunk this theory by the game, this obviously means that him, TDE, and Kendrick Lamar do not rock with the game. If this was anybody...
I think it's pretty obvious that they don't rock with the game, but you know what I mean? I don't know if it's some F-game stuff. I just think, especially after the battle with Drake and stuff, I don't think they're ever going to look at the game the same way. I mean, it could be respect on some West Coast, we from the same da-da-da-da, but it's just like, and like I said, Game has this thing where he's habitually riding with the ops at the worst time. Like when his side needs him, he's got this way of riding with the other side and then justifying it, where it's just like at a certain point you go, all right, Game, I got you, bro.
Else, these guys would have let it rock. Eventually, it would have been cleared up by somebody in TDE. But the second this clip was posted on social media, 2T's found the login to his Instagram account just to call out the game for lying on Kendrick. Now, I'm not sure who's lying, but here's what we can confirm. The game was indeed rocking with Kendrick way before he was introduced to us by Dre. The game was putting Kendrick Lamar on his mixtapes, so I'm not going to completely doubt that the game knew about Kendrick and his talent. And hey, who knows? Maybe 2T's was not made privy to the conversations the game was having with Top Dog. But it does speak volumes when you got the man's security guard speaking out and calling you a liar.
Here's the thing that throws me off. What I said, maybe 2T's isn't privy to the conversation back then, but I highly believe that he would not say this today without having some sort of confirmation that it's true. So like I said, it's looking crazy. Who do you believe? I'm going to just go with 2T's TD. His name is 2T's TDE. I'm going to go with him until further notice. You know what I mean? So